Upstairs neighbor was loud, so I had to be louder. A few years ago, I moved into this apartment complex that looked really nice when I toured it. Hardwood floors, big windows, decent rent. What they didn't tell me was that the walls and floors were basically made of paper. My upstairs neighbor was this guy named Tyler. Seemed normal when I first met him in the hallway. We did that awkward neighbor wave and that was it. But then night one happened. I'm trying to fall asleep around 10 p.m. because I have to be at work at 6 in the morning and I hear this bass just pounding through my ceiling. Like the kind that makes your whole bed vibrate. At first I figured maybe it was a one-time thing. He's celebrating something, having friends over, whatever. I put in some earplugs and tried to sleep through it, but it kept happening every single night. Dubstep, rap, some weird techno stuff that sounded like robots fighting. Always starting around 9 p.m. and going until like 2 in the morning. My bedroom light fixture would literally shake from the bass. After a week of this, I was exhausted. I could barely keep my eyes open at work. My boss actually asked if I was feeling okay because I looked like death. So one night I went upstairs and knocked on Tyler's door. He opens it and the music is so loud behind him I can barely think. I asked him as nicely as possible if he could turn it down a bit because I had to wake up early for work. He just looked at me and goes, "No man, I live here too. I pay rent just like you." Then he shut the door in my face. I stood there for a second like, did that really just happen? I tried a few more times over the next couple weeks. Same result every time. "No man, I live here too." Like that was his catchphrase or something. I even tried talking to the apartment manager. She said she'd send him a notice about quiet hours, but nothing changed. I bought the best earplugs I could find on Amazon. The ones that promised to block out snoring and construction noise. They did absolutely nothing. I could still feel the bass in my chest. I was getting maybe 3 hours of sleep a night. I was so tired I almost fell asleep driving to work one morning. That's when I realized I needed to do something different. If Tyler wasn't going to let me sleep at night, I wasn't going to let him sleep in the morning. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. the next day. Soon as it went off, I got up and started my new morning routine. I grabbed my heaviest textbook from college, the one that was like 800 pages, and dropped it flat on my hardwood floor. The sound was incredible, like a gunshot echoing through the building. Then I dropped it again and again. I walked around my apartment dropping anything heavy I could find. My laptop charger, a frying pan, my work boots. If it made noise hitting that hardwood floor, I was using it. And if something didn't sound loud enough, I'd throw it down harder. My coffee mug made this amazing shattering crash. Totally worth the $5. When I left for work, I made sure to slam my front door as hard as humanly possible. I'm talking pulling it back and really putting my shoulder into it. The whole frame would shake. I did this every single morning for 3 days straight. Day 4, I'm getting home from work around 5 p.m. and Tyler is standing outside my door. He looks terrible. Like worse than I did after a week of his music. He's got bags under his eyes and his hair is all messed up. He goes, "Hey man, why are you so loud in the mornings? I'm trying to sleep and it sounds like you're dropping bowling balls up there." I just looked at him and said, "Oh, sorry man, I get such terrible sleep at night from all this noise. I'm so tired in the morning that I keep dropping stuff. Can barely hold on to anything. My hands are just so exhausted, you know?" He stared at me for a second and I could literally see it click in his brain. He goes, "The music keeps you up?" I nodded. Every single night. He got all quiet and then said, "All right man, I'll turn it down." I didn't believe him at first, but that night 9 p.m. rolled around and there was nothing. Complete silence. I actually got up and checked to make sure I wasn't imagining it. The next morning, I didn't drop a single thing, and Tyler never played loud music again. We'd pass each other in the hallway sometimes and he'd give me this little nod, like we had this understanding now. Best 3 days of noise making I ever invested.